Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I am from OML Embroidery, and today we're going to be doing something really cool, landscape silhouettes. With me, helping me and trimming is Lynn.
Hello!
I forgot something. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I forgot. I kept thinking, but we got chatting. So, this is the one that we're going to do.
Oh, you forgot something.
What?
Over there.
No, he said hello.
Oh, did he?
I don't have to introduce
I
him.
didn't say hello.
I heard you.
That was Lynn.
That was me.
Oh. And over on the computer's Dawn.
I don't want to know.
Okay. Fair enough. Sorry, you confused me. Not that hello, Sue, and hello, Dawn. Yes.
Hello.
All right.
Now it comes out.
So I wanted to show this to Windows printer test page. That'll help you get your embroidery done.
Okay.
I had network issues, so okay. That you can, even if you get Anita Goodesign digitally, it comes with a PDF, so you can print out or look at on your iPad.
Okay.
The steps, so it tells you everything. So placement stitch, place batting after this step, tacking stitch, then trim. So it tells you everything to do. And if you have a pen, you just cross it off. This is what I was talking to, that it'll be very helpful with Mickey.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what we're going to go through, and you're going to read it.
So how many trims?
Well, it's kind of done in a different way. So it's not all folded fabric, but there's some light satin stitches to cover everything up. And I decided I'm going to try something outside the box and have variegated thread. And other than the black, this is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to see how it looks because it's green. And it has a little bit of like yellowy green in it. So
Yep.
it'll go with up here. And of course it'll go here. So for all these wispy ones, it'll look great. And for all the satin stitches or zigzag stitches to cover it up. So black or dark gray? That's a good question. They are not using pure black in here. Dark gray would look really good, more of a shadow
Yep.
sort of thing.
Yep.
I do have my crappy blackie right there.
Now would black be for the trees?
All the silhouettes would be in the same.
The same
Although, good idea, because further away would be lighter.
Yep.
So you could do that. Just play with your shades of dark gray or black.
Yep.
I know shades of black sounds weird, but this is embroidery. So
Okay.
it is. That would be a really
Is there different?
cool.
Is there different shades of black?
Yeah.
There is.
An
Really?
embroidery thread anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of a bluish black, a dark one. I bought a whole bunch of them. And I don't even know where they are. I think.
Roxanne, this is his first time catching you guys live.
Wonderful.
Yay! Welcome. Oh, my nails are the same as yesterday. Frankenstein.
Wow.
I know, that's my favorite nails. We have an Anita Goodesign giveaway winner. Winner. We forgot about it to do it one day. And are you ready? It was for the Anita Goodesign haunted house. So, ready? That is who won. So, it's Sinrush Cindy. And congratulations. Isn't that cool?
That's
so
awesome.
This is the design.
Oh, is this like the 3D?
Yeah,
Oh,
we showed you the house one.
yes.
And you do have to have a bigger hoop to do it. So hopefully she has a big hoop, and if not, let me know and we'll figure something else out. So congratulations. And for today we have Haunted Village, Anita Goodesign Haunted Village. One of my favorite ones. I absolutely love it. I think I need to do a couple more of them. So if the amount of people watching matches or is close enough to the amount of likes, we will give this away. And you can comment when the live's over. Just comment with and let me know what part of this you like the most. And we'll pick a winner from there and we'll dish it out next week. I have a couple of copies of this, so that's how we're going to play. So, that's up for grabs. Haunted Village.
That's comments from underneath, not in the live chat.
Right. Yes. After the live comment, and that's where we're going to pick it from.
Awesome.
So everybody has a good chance. So, congratulations to the winner. Good luck for the next winner.
Good luck.
So, okay, I want to show... Oh, isn't it fantastic?
Oh, yeah.
I know. It's a lot of fun. I have one up there, but I don't think it's the village. Or is it? I don't know. It might be. Is it the same one? No.
No.
I did a big Halloween one.
I like the carnival one.
Yeah. Well, maybe we need to do a stitch along and make it a big deal. Although we're kind of booked up for stitch alongs. So, I picked batik fabric for this. Lynn said it's not out of the box, and I said no. But I think it's going to look stunning. So I'm going to go, this is really thin and light and yellow, and then we're going to start in on our greens in this order. And I was thinking this is going to go with everything. I'm not sure how it's going to look on the yellows, but I want to try it
I
anyways.
think it's going to go great.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's not, I was trying to find a green and yellow variegated. I didn't have one. So I think this will be interesting to try. So I'm going to put that over on McDreamy. And I have, whoa, what the heck? Didn't you do that the other day, Lynn?
Yep.
Yep.
I couldn't find the hole.
Yep. And I'll take the orange off. And I'm going to be doing the 5x7 size and explaining it to Lynn how we do this landscape fabric. It's stunning.
Yay!
I think on... No, I don't have any examples to show you. So, everyone likes my color choices. Awesome. Landscape silhouettes. What did I say? Did I say anything? No?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Somebody asked which one you were doing, so they're clarifying.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sometimes I say the wrong thing. It happens, but not this time. Not this time. So, as I said, started saying, I'm doing the 5x7 size. I probably would prefer to do this one larger, but I've never done one in the 5x7 size, like a fancy one. So I just like to see how it's gonna work and how it's gonna look. So we have more than enough fabric, so we'll be able to take the fabric into the next ones, because I think one of the beauties of this is that the top of it is green and yellows, and then it goes to pinks, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and I think we'll be able to do that maybe. I don't know how many we're going to stitch out. That's going to be up to you guys. So, let's go to McDreamy, please, Dawn.
McDreamy is up.
So, Lynn, if
Okay.
you could maybe grab a pen from my other desk. Lynn is going to call out the instructions for us. Hello, Barb. She's from Northwest Ohio. Awesome. Did you get a pen? Yep, there, it works. Is there a thing on the end? New pen. Lynn's got a new pen.
There we go.
All right, so the
Okay.
first step is placement. So we're going to see I'm so excited about the variegated thread
I
and all
know.
the colors, and
That'll look so great on the yellow.
I think it will. I think it really will. If I love this as much as I think I will, I might do bigger ones. I just didn't want to spend 3 hours stitching. So, and like I said, I wanted to see how good it's gonna look. That is cool. Variegated thread. Maybe I shouldn't be using it for all this, but I wanted to see it. So, place your batting down. I'm just using Warm and Natural. The stabilizer that I'm using is the no-show mesh cutaway. It's nice and soft. And 5x7 hoop just to be different. And I haven't come up with a different color thread for the silhouettes, but I really like your idea, Lynn. I really like it. Of the different shades of gray and black and
Somebody, I read somebody even suggested dark brown.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yep.
Awesome. Dawn, when you have a sec, can you check on the shelving beside Ragnar, like part of his thing? If we have the dark grays and whatever, we can assess it.
Yeah.
So, looking good. I like the dark, variegated. Stitches beautifully. So, the first thing we're gonna do is go back to the desk, Dawn.
Desk is up.
So, I don't know how well you guys can see that. I guess we're doubled over. It's kind of a yellowy color. So, I'm just going to trim this quickly. And then we're going to do the applique of the landscaping fabric, which it's a gorgeous technique. Absolutely gorgeous. Another thing I really like about Anita Goodesign is this is a little bit, the batting is a little bit smaller than the actual design, and that makes it so much easier for putting it together because the batting is a lot of
Yeah,
bulk.
how come Lynn's not trimming?
Oh, she will. What? Forget how small the 5x7
I
is.
have a pen in my hand. I'm already
Oh.
busy.
She's busy, Dawn.
Sorry.
Yeah. Can you go back to your desk, Dawn, so we can go back to McDreamy?
Oh, I got it ready.
What happened?
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. It went to a big question mark.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking later then. Never mind.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Back? McDreamy?
McDreamy's up.
Okay, thank you. That seemed kind of dark there.
I will fix it. I think
Okay.
the camera had temporarily lost connection.
Camera lost connection, so there we go. So this landscape, it sounds all fancy schmancy, but it's really just applique. So when we do applique, we do the placement
Yes.
and we trim it, this one a little bit differently because you want to make sure you have in the edges, in the sides of it. So we're going to be only trimming on the center of it. So we need a seam allowance is the word I'm desperately searching for. Now, I do realize that my pieces are big pieces, but it's okay. I will be frugal about it, or I'll cut them to size. I wasn't sure how big to make them, how big to cut them. So no chicken today. We're just gonna lay it there. You don't have to be too precise or anything. Now I can see if this variegated thread, how well it's gonna work. Oh yeah. And this is our first block. So the next one is gonna stitch just a little bit over. Oh, we gotta stitch down twice. So, perfect. So, not small. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the 5x7 hoop, but
So this is tacking stitch fabric 1.
yes, ma'am. Good for you. Okay, so Dawn, back to the desk. And I'm gonna, yes?
Desk is up.
All right, so I have a big piece of fabric here that I don't need all of it. So for me, the trimming will be, and I'm going to show you this first one, Lynn, and then you can do the ones after. So I am just going to cut here, and I'm going to leave, how much is that? Half an inch?
Give or take.
Half an inch or so seam allowance.
The size of your thumb, maybe.
Yeah, this at this size, it is kind of a scrappy idea. So the only thing that you should trim right to the line is right here, because we're going to be putting more fabric around it and you don't want it to get bulky. We're going to put the next one kind of over this one, so it's going to overlap just a little bit. Look how beautiful that is.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Back to the machine, Dawn. So yes, make sure that you leave your seam allowance. So that's one applique, the first applique. Now we're going to do number 2.
So placement, stitch, fabric 2.
Yes, ma'am. So placement. And see how it overlaps it a little bit? There's no boo-boos here. Beautiful.
Look at the color of the green.
I think I'm really happy with that. So, same thing here. And I'm just going to pull it up. Oh, but over, because we want our seam allowance. I almost did that incorrectly. And make sure we're over. A little bit easier with smaller pieces, but heck, I'm working with what I've got. So this is kind of marking where it ends. So there's no thread chicken. That's the highest point. No fabric chicken, sorry. Oh, that's going to look so good. So then we're going to tack it down. And we do have to trim this fabric down. But we only have to do, if you're using like normal size pieces, here, because you don't want that around, and this straight line.
Okay. So
Make sure we leave this.
So this is tacking stitch fabric number 2.
Yes, ma'am. It's kind of nice to have a checklist, isn't it?
Yes.
What month and year is this pattern from?
I don't know. Do you want to trim, Lynn?
Sure. I'll
Okay.
trim.
So we're going to trim here close to the line.
Okay.
And we're going to trim here close to the line, but let me just make it easier. It's a bit confusing. And then leave the rest. So there you go.
So just trim the top and bottom.
Top and bottom, we want our seam allowances.
Okay.
This design's in the Ready Set Sew collection, right?
It is. It's also available. There's links in the description, by the way. There's yeah, make sure.
Almost.
Make sure. Links in the description for the Ready Set Sew. We just everyone decided on that one. We thought yep, that's right, Lynn. We thought it would be great.
And the bottom.
But it's also available at as a separate collection. Yes, what you're doing on the side. Yep.
Okay.
And Judy Quilt suggests that you never cut the sides on this design.
Yeah, you'd end up in a little trouble if you did. Looks good, huh, Lynn?
It looks gorgeous.
Yep. Now, there's going to be some satin stitches that are stitching, and I am going to leave the variegated in. Yep, that's fine. This is inside the seam. So, Dawn, back to McDreamy.
So I think now it says 521 zigzag stitch.
Yep, and that's going to cover this part up. So that's why I said I'm just going to leave it green. I don't know if I should do a yellowy orange or just leave it green. But you can see on McDreamy, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, there's no green in the sky, is there?
What variegated are you using?
It is Floriani again, and it's number 19. And it's green and like slightly yellow and white. So, I don't know. Maybe a yellow. I'm doing the change your mind thing, Lynn. I'm sorry, I am.
Being wishy-washy.
A little wishy-washy, yeah, a little wishy-washy.
Oh.
A bright yellow. All right, so I'm changing threads. I know I said I was going to use the same thing, but I'm changing threads just because this will show through.
What variegated are you putting in?
I'm not. I'm putting in yellow.
Oh, okay.
It's just yellow, like a bright gold yellow. Floriani, of course, that's pretty much all I have. So I use what I have. Madeira we use for production. And Kingstar. Kingstar. Okay, so I have yellow in. And I think that'll look good. That's a tough call. I don't know how good it's gonna look, any of it. So it still shows through, and I'm good with that. Look, it looks like it matches pretty well. Yep. Maybe it would have been better if I started with the... Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that. It could have been either lighter or darker.
Yeah.
You could have gone either way.
Either way.
And these are just to cover up the lines. That's all it is. There we go. And now, what's next, Lynn?
Placement stitch fabric 3.
Okay, so now we're starting to groove into the green. So I'm going to leave my yellow there. But I am going to do all the lines through everything in the variegated.
Now, are you just leaving the yellow because it's a placement stitch?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not going to show anywhere. So it's just a little piece. So I'm going to cut down my big piece here. Just a little bit to make it a little easier. And the piece I have has greens and yellows in it.
Orange.
And it's, yeah, a little bit of orange. I had so much fun. Sandy Archery sent me a whole bunch of this batik fabric because it's gorgeous. And don't forget to leave your seam allowance. And so I looked through it all, and these are the ones that I picked. And I was like, oh, I am so lucky to have this fabric.
Yes.
I am. I'm thankful all the time for it. Because it's beautiful. There's lots of blues, so I might do the next one in blues. Just to be different. Just to be different. So pretty. Oh, it was so much fun, like light yellow, dark yellow. Yep. I pulled everything out and played with it. So that is getting into the green for the next step. But can we go back to the desk, Dawn?
Desk is up.
Thank you. And Lynn, I'll just remember to cut this down. And we got to keep our scraps because that stuff's gorgeous. I'm loving how it looks.
Oops.
Dropped your pen.
Dropped my pen.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
So, yep. You can cut the sides to match because there's an overlap. Or, you know, not. You don't have to. Either way, Lynn, is great, just so you know.
I like that yellow.
The yellow thread?
Yes.
It's very nice, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't
Yes.
it? Remember to leave your seam allowance. You don't want to... That's why I was saying it's applique. It's done the same way, but different. Because you have to remember... Hands up out there who has cut off their seam allowance and cursed loudly.
I'm wondering, I think it was Judy Quilt that mentioned it in the first place. I'm wondering if she has done that, and that's why she was saying that.
Possibly. Thank you, Lynn. Back to McDreamy, Dawn.
Judy's up.
Ooh. Ooh, I switched back to my variegated.
Yes,
And-
there's a bunch of people that have.
Yeah, I know. We've all done it. And there's not a whole lot you can do to fix it, so it sucks. So I have the variegated thread back in because now we're hitting ground level. Oh, I think it's going to look gorgeous. I'm so excited.
Says
This,
she does it all the time.
Yeah, I know. I keep saying it to remind everyone.
Now, the only reason that you leave your seam allowance on each side, is it because you're attaching something on either side of it?
Yes.
Okay.
And up and down.
But if you were just going to do one block, you would trim the whole thing?
You could, yeah. If you were doing, say, for example, making this into a mug rug, you still, some of the mug rugs we leave seam allowance. If you digitize satin stitches, then you'd need it cut short.
Okay.
Good questions, Lynn. But yeah, these are quilt blocks, so we have them like that. Okay, so now we're getting into more green. I feel very green. I just love this stuff. Batik fabrics make me happy.
Misha says we need a patch and a shirt, seam allowance, separation anxiety.
That's awesome. Write it down, Don. Write it down. Or Lynn. Lynn's right there.
I have a pen but no paper.
Oh, you have sticky notes at my desk. Look, isn't this beautiful?
That's gorgeous.
It would be neat to fussy cut things too, I think. We only have one more left, Lynn. And then we're going to get into the pretty, thank you, the pretty stitches. And I'm interested in seeing, oh, it's so beautiful. I'm interested in seeing how it's going to look. Bloom. It's a little dance. Back to the desk, Don. There you go, Lynn.
Desk is up.
So you're trimming top and bottom on this one.
Bottom.
Yep, because we're putting on more fabric. Did we figure out what was wrong with our camera?
Well, I was digging around in there looking for the thread that he asked me to, and it apparently caused a disconnect, so I'm waiting.
Okay, well, we shouldn't have to do too much.
I can't get in. I have to get in there. It's hard to get in.
Okay, I'll just use black. I'm gonna pick out what colors I have, because I know I do have some.
I'll talk for 1 second, and I'll grab a couple for you anyway.
Well, what do you have? Black? Don thinks he has the thread that I want. I can't wait to take out my batik.
I can cut
and-
this part here.
Yes, you can. Straight from, it ends right here.
Okay. So I can cut here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's the part I wanted you to get. Good. Look at, oh, it's so pretty. Now this is a brighter green than this. But it's cool. I had thoughts of, oh, he only has one.
I gotta grab the other one. I just had to turn my light on, but I want to make sure you weren't.
That's fine. No, I need to go back to the machine now. Please.
Okay, so we haven't done the zigzag stitch yet.
Nope, that's
Machine is up.
that's next. And I'm still going to use my same variegated thread because it's going to look different. I love this. I had thoughts. I found batik fabric that basically went yellow to green.
That was the one I was looking for.
And I'm going to use that one. I was thinking about using just one piece of fabric.
Oh, like your blue and white one.
You're right. Yep. Exactly like my blue and white one, but it had different designs on it, but it went from yellow to green. I thought about it, but I did think about doing stuff outside the box, but I didn't. Okay, so now we're doing the placement stitch for the last of the landscaping.
Placement stitch, fabric 5.
Fabric 5. Well, this is what makes it so beautiful, I think, right? I think, anyways. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. And this is the bright one. It's the brightest.
Oh, look how bright that is.
It is. It's a bit brighter than I thought, but you know what? I think it'll be okay. This is kind of an experiment too. I don't think I've ever.
I don't think you're going to see much of it though, with the silhouettes on the bottom.
Yeah. Hard to say. I've never done one like this, so I'm kind of testing out what'll work. Now the fabrics, the 5 different colors looked great sitting beside each other.
Yep.
Are they gonna look good like this? I'm giving the variegated thread 2 thumbs up. I'm really happy with it. Okay. Bloop. Okay, Dawn, back to the desk for the last one.
Desk is up.
So, Lynn, this is the bottom, so we need to leave that.
Okay.
We'll leave them peeking because that's part of our seam allowance, just like up here.
Right.
And leave the, well, we'll trim this one down. And it doesn't matter. You can take like a quilting ruler and tick it up. And just right here.
So I'm just cutting the top.
Just cutting one. I love that fabric. It feels nice too. It's high quality. Again, I'm just really thankful to have some. And I've had it for, a little while, just waiting for something gorgeous to work with. And I found it. Beautiful, Lynn. Beautiful. All right, back to McDreamy, Dawn.
McDreamy's up.
And we can talk shades of black because Dawn brought us up.
Okay, so what is organza?
I don't have any because that is the next step. Actually, I don't think I have the right stuff. That's not right, and I don't want that color. I had some really light colored organza. It's see-through and it's kind of shiny, and it would give it a great effect. But I don't have any, so if you guys are using organza, let me know. That's what this square is for. So you put down your organza, and then it's going to stitch it down. But I don't have any, so I'm going to skip it. Can you make a note, Dawn?
4.
Get Sue some organza.
Okay.
Thank you. Just so I have it, because I think on this one, it would like dull it down depending on what color
Okay.
you use. So it's not like tulle, T-U-L-L.
What's the difference between the two?
Tulle is kind of stiff and organza is light and pretty and see-through and it looks shiny.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. So I skipped the organza step because I don't have any. And now we're going to do some detail work. So this one was in yellow.
Okay, so zigzag stitch, place organza after this step, and
Yeah.
then tacking stitch organza.
Yep, it's going to tack it down. So you would place your organza here,
Okay.
and then it would stitch it down, kind of like how we do it in the beginning with the batting.
Okay.
And then we're going to do the decorative stitching here. Now I want to see how this will look. I'm not sure if it's going to be good or not.
Uh-oh.
Check
Check
upper
and-
thread. Okay.
So
well,
this is called a bean stitch.
a bean stitch. So, okay. Back stitch goes back one, forward one, back one, forward one, that sort of thing. A bean stitch hits it 3 times back and forth. So, I'll show you the difference once it stitches. Okay, hit okay.
Judy Quilt says she got her dime mat the other day and used it already. Loves it.
Nice.
It makes a big difference. That's the blue mat that I always use. Yeah, they're really nice. This is where I do, my desk is beside McDreamy is where I do all my hooping. So this keeps your hoop from moving around. Oh, I love it. So bean stitching looks a little bit more like hand stitching. You could have a lot of fun with colors here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
A variegated yellow would look good. I don't mind the green. It's gonna look better here, but it might be buried here. I'm not really sure. I think this is like an absolutely perfect use of variegated thread. Because you can overuse the variegated thread. It's possible. So that's kind of a yellowy one too, but let's just...
And it does it again. Twice.
The whole thing again?
Yep.
Oh. But different.
On the next one down.
Okay. So, decorative bean stitch. Oh, so it gives it kind of a
The
wavy.
swirl. Yep.
You could have a lot of fun
Yes,
with
you could.
colors on this one. See, I don't mind it.
The variegated thread really goes good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And it's all changing. You see how the machine's going for the bean stitch?
Yep.
I'll let you look at it close up. You can see. Oh, yeah, wow. I love it. It shows up really well. I'm wondering how well it's going to show up at the bottom. So, Dawn brought us up some thread colors here. So, just a sec, I'm going to have to press go. So this is a bit darker, but I'm going to keep it the same. So instead of black, look what we have. So it's not black, and this is definitely a gray, but this one isn't pure black. So look, see the difference?
It looks like a really dark gray when you put it on top.
Dark, dark, dark gray. So I don't know if I should use black or if I should use that. Some of the grays are kind of bluey gray.
Why do you use the black in the forefront and use the other one in the bottom?
Let's see if it gives it a special effect. Such a beautiful design. This right here, Lynn, is why Anita Goodesign is worth it.
Yes.
Because this is perfectly done. It's elaborate. It gives you lots of detail work. And you're able to make, changes to it if you want. Not to mention 5 sizes of a single design.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So...
And even I can do it in my little itty bitty hoop 5x7.
You can. Yeah, you can. Remember what I showed you today. You can do anything in your hoops. You just have to be patient and plan it out a little bit better. And we'll work on the multi-hooping and I'll explain it to you. It's possible. Even the quilt I'm working on, I don't think it goes as small as 5x7, but you multi-hoop it for the size if you don't have like a huge hoop. You just multi-hoop it, so instead of just one time like I have here and have it stitching out, I did make some adjustments for that. You could hoop it 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
Just take you longer. You'd get really good at hooping. Multi-hooping. This is so pretty. The green kind of, the way they have these just kind of through, it reminds me of a, kind of like a breeze blowing through. So I'm going to change and I'm going to do this one.
This is the last one.
Yeah, this is the last coloring.
Silhouette stitches.
Yep, it's all in one.
All in one.
I don't know if we're going to get any stops or trims because you won't be able to see that, but this is the last color change and last step.
Yes.
And really?
Yes.
I forgot to pull the thread out. Really? No, I was saying really to myself. I've done it before. Believe me, if you guys have done it, I've done it too, and probably will in front of you. So I just don't worry about it. So I'm using the dark, dark gray, and it Madeira, and the number is 1665 if we like it, because I'm not really sure how it's gonna look. And if I can catch it in time, we'll do the rest of it in actual black. Just to see. Oh, those are the birdies flying. Birdies flying. It's lovely. See, okay, it is dark enough,
It is.
but not black. Ooh, that's bright. Look how that, oh,
It's
I
very
love,
pretty. I love the way the materials are flowing together.
Yep.
yeah, isn't that nice? That's,
I hesitated on the third color down.
this one?
Yeah.
That one was my favorite, to be honest with you, because the rest of it's like kind of like a weird green, but it's green and yellow.
Yeah.
And if you look at the rest of it, it's more like specified sort of thing. Like separate. So it seemed to me that the green matched, it was just nicely in between. So McDreamy is going to stitch like a maniac. The detail in this is amazing. So this is the green I used, everyone.
Look at him go.
Yep, he speeds up when he can. This is the green that I used, and I'm really happy with it, even up here. I'm glad I did this one in yellow, but the wispy wind part is beautiful in that, and I like it. I also have this one. I thought about it.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh.
Still going.
Okay.
I heard it.
Look at that.
I thought about this one, but it's not for this one, the purple and pink ones. But it has green, red, orange. You
Maybe
can see,
for the next one?
Is that,
I'm thinking maybe.
Alicia was asking, was that Floriani 19 again?
The green, yeah. And this one that we're playing with is Floriani 50. But see, you can see the colors. There's pinks, there's reds. I'm just thinking that would be gorgeous. So that's one I had. And one I haven't even opened. I thought this one was... Let me take the wrapper off of it.
That
I
one might have gone too.
Well, I thought it was a
Too
very...
light?
Well, it is a bit light. But an interesting merge of colors. It's blue and an orangey yellow. And if blue and an orangey yellow doesn't say sky to you, I mean, I don't know what would.
That would be a perfect
I think there's,
sunset.
yeah, there's a little bit of pink in it too. So, I thought that was kind of stunning. So we'll be using that too. I'm going to leave it out because I think that might be really good. Don't put your fingers in. Just check it. So those were my ideas. We ended up with the green, but that's okay. Wasn't that one with all the different colors? Isn't that awesome?
That was gorgeous.
So look at McDreamy go, huh?
Go.
What number is that? Oh, I didn't tell you guys that. It is... This last one is 9401. 9401, and don't say bingo.
No.
What's up, Don?
I just want to watch the tree stitch.
That's better. It's pretty stitch intense, but the details are there. It's stunning.
It just looks like a bunch of stitches.
It's manual.
Yeah, they draw it, basically. You can draw in stitches. If you have a Wilcom. What are we saying? Hi, everyone.
I used to freehand like that too.
Oh, jeez.
It's all manual. That's how you get it.
Gotcha.
There we go. So, what are we chatting about? I have some dime variegated waiting. Oh, dime thread. That's what I'm giving Lynn. Yeah. Because it's in two nice containers. I think I did a video on it, and they're nice colors. It's every color that you probably will need. And they're beautiful, so yeah. Because I couldn't get Friani V50, the shop it sold out. Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Tell us how you really feel.
I feel very lucky to have it. I really do. I love this. See, this is where, for me, embroidery lifts my spirit.
This is soothing.
Yep, it is. Because it's coming together, and you watch everything stitching. If you remember, it started off with a blank slate.
Yeah.
There was nothing. Now it has feelings, I guess. Oh, I forgot to say, hey Bjorn. He's always here on McDreamy. He's just on the side there, stuck to Velcro. So I lost him once, and he dropped off. Check and rethread the upper thread. Okay, if you insist. It's come off. Did I cut it? I'm gonna have to carefully pull out the top. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yup. I think we had a thread shred. And...
Okay, now this is where I would panic.
No. Why?
Because I wouldn't know what to do.
I don't know what to do either. I've never had this happen, but we have a problem.
Because I know you always say if you have to pull from the top, you always pull very slowly and gently.
And there's our problem. Did everyone see that? So I tried very carefully to pull from the top, which Lynn explained it perfectly, and I couldn't get it to come out. So the problem is it's not down here, and I couldn't get it up here. So you just backtrack on it, and this is the problem. This looks like a little bug, but it is a thread shred. So it got too thin at the bottom and broke, and McDreamy said, hey, I've got no thread.
It looks like an ugly bug.
So, did that make sense what I did, Lynn? No panic. Think about it.
But it kept stitching.
Yeah.
Well,
so it kept stitching up top, but didn't stitch at the bottom.
It broke. You can see here if you look really close, these stitches got a little thin. So the thread is made up of wrapped fibers together. So it was pushing up some of the fibers, but leaving some to stitch. That thread
broke,
shed.
like here, you can see the end where they broke, and a couple more broke here. So it keeps getting thinner and thinner.
And then when it's too thin,
One
McDreamy says no thread. So that's a thread shred. And that's what happens. The machines don't like them.
All up, 'cause it gets caught. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you had to go back.
I had to backtrack because I couldn't gently pull it from the top, and you do not want to honestly try to pull that big clump of thread through. So I cut it, and then I went back on the track. So just like numbering, like when you're threading it,
right,
gently pulling the thread out, and then it hopped out, and problem solved. So no panic, no panic. I had to stop myself and think, okay, the thread isn't going to come out the bottom because it was all the way up here, so there's no way you can find it, and it wasn't going to come out of the top. So what do? Well, it's got to be stuck in here for McDreamy, so you just pull it away.
Oh, I see how it pushes it down.
Yep. Now, that could be just the thread. It could be the needle. So if it were to happen like right away again, I would change the needle. Because it could be just shredding it. It could be like a little sharp part inside the needle. It just kind of... it
Does your
kind
needle
of
get dull?
yes.
It does.
Yes, you do need to change it. I think he's probably due for a change. And you can, like, some people put a new needle in for every project. I don't do that. But you can kind of hear, do you hear it like poking? There's kind of like
Yep.
a snapping. The needle's starting to get dull.
Okay.
If it was a sharper needle, I mean, there is, going over the stitches, but when it's penetrating the fabric, it kind of snaps a little bit. It's kind of,
It'll get more dull.
yeah. When you start hearing that, I just
Sound
change
more
it.
clunky.
Isn't that beautiful, though?
That's
Oh,
gorgeous.
my goodness. Karina! Love our Sunday happy hour. I know, right? I change when I hear a thud, thud, thud. Yes. Or I don't know how to describe the noise. That snap? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's because it's not going smoothly through the fabric.
Okay.
So when you start hearing that, if I remember, we'll change it for the next one.
It's like if you take a pair of scissors and poke the material, you don't really hear it. It's pretty quiet. You just hear maybe a little whoosh.
Yeah.
When you take a pen, a fine pen tip, poke the material, you hear it kind of pop.
Right. Okay. Because I was hearing it on Ragnar going through.
That is because I had, you're probably right, but that is also because I had fusible backing on it. So iron on backing, so
Okay.
a different layer. And it's kind of plasticky.
I thought maybe it was because it was going through the tearaway.
Nope, you were close, just a layer or two up.
You will get used to and learn all of the different sounds, and you will know Mickey and how happy
Yeah,
he is.
that was like the very first time. Did you hear it stitch? Did you hear him stitch differently? No.
You will though. You heard McDreamy.
Yes.
You've heard him enough.
That's
you learned.
probably when the thread shredding started. Was that? And then it just shredded the whole
okay.
time.
Yep.
Probably, I
Yep.
don't really know. But yeah, you listen to your machine. It tells you everything. When I put headphones on to, like, I listen to a book or a podcast or something like that when I'm working, I only have one in, so I can have one ear
Always
for...
listening.
Yep, and I do that with all of my machines so I can hear properly what's going on.
Yeah.
I do. I have the iPods, and I'll just use one for like 3 or 4 hours, and it makes a funny noise when it's dying, and I'll put it back in the charger and take the other one on the other side.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, so I get a whole day out of it. But yeah, it's important to listen.
The machines talk to you.
Yes. Machine is just like the sweeper, when it doesn't sound right. Yeah, absolutely. And you can save yourself time, heartache, frustration if you know what the sound
Yeah.
means, if you hear it. Because, sometimes McDreamy's sensors, it probably should have stopped way before it was gone, you'd think. But
Maybe he felt he was a little safe to go a little further.
maybe. A little bit conceited, isn't he? So, do you like the steps list?
Yes.
Another thing I like on this page, they can't see what we're doing, but this page says all the sizes and the stitching. See, I heard that
Yep,
go
so did I.
clunk. So I'm going to watch it. We had one, we were doing orange, and the orange thread shred kept popping down. Do you see that, Dawn? It kind of freaked me out. I'm like, what the heck? And he's like, yep, saw it there. Like, thread shred. Now, this is a very stitch intense design, too. We should be getting there. The gorgeous stitching on this bottom part. Oh my. I should tell you too, when I put this in the machine, it's slightly bigger than the 7, so it didn't want to do it. So I had to, on McDreamy, I had to change the size just 1 point. So let me see where he's going, and I'm going to stop there. So I pressed the stop button.
Yep.
Because I want it in black. And that is how you, yes, I feel like, oh, put your foot up. There we go.
See, the angle that we're looking at from the video,
Mm-hmm.
it looks black already.
It isn't.
It does.
Look.
But it looks black. You can't tell.
Just from sitting
certain
here.
Light, certain angles, you'll see a difference.
Yeah.
Might give a nice effect to it.
Probably when we're done. And it's just like a little bit lighter. But Lynn, if you want to make a thread change where there isn't one, you can see on McDreamy and on your instructions, it's all just one block.
Yep.
You can stop your machine like I did and change the thread. It doesn't know any different. As long as it has a clear path, which I checked beforehand, that it's not going to go back up and do other things, but it's one color. Stop it. There we go. And the machine doesn't know any different on it.
Okay.
My graveyard is dropping. Oh, I hit the can.
Oh, that was terrible.
Needle change, Karina. Not right now.
Oh, Karina.
Karina, put her in timeout.
She puts herself
Could you
in
make a
time.
mug rug out of this or wall hanging? Yeah, you know what I would do for a mug rug? Now you can either do this, you could probably even do it at the machine if you have a McDreamy or one like that, or in the software beforehand, or right on your sewing machine. I would, I'm going to trim this up a little bit, square it up, and then you can simply put fabric on it, stitch it around, leave yourself an opening, and then turn it. And then you'd have the back and the front. You could top stitch it closed, and it would be a stunning mug rug. And I'm thinking the 5x7 size would be perfect. But I think that would be really like I'm listening. I'm listening to you.
Now, if you were going to do a mug rug for this, my question would be, because the mug rugs that you usually make are the smaller ones, if you were going to do this one as a mug rug, on the back, can you use 2 different types of material to go on the back instead of just one?
Some of the mug rugs that I do have a folded fabric back. And so, yes.
Okay.
So you put the fold, it's got to be like the width of it. And you put the fold it in half and put the fold here to cover everything. And then the second one, the fold also goes over, but you overlap it like a pillow sham.
Okay.
And then you stitch the whole thing down. You take it off, you trim the outside so it's neat, and then you turn it.
Oh, okay.
So you could do that. So just like a pillow sham. We'll have to make sure we do a mug rug with that technique for you. But yeah, you can. Absolutely. Or you can tuck a piece of fabric underneath and trim all these right to the line, which you probably would have done from the beginning. Tuck the fabric in, do the first step, which is placement for the whole thing, and that'll stitch the back to it, trim the back, and you could do satin stitches.
Okay.
See, with McDreamy, I could program him to do satin stitches at the size that I want around the edge.
Okay.
Yep, change your bobbin, and there you go, you have a satin stitch edge. I think it would look amazing with the satin stitch edge.
We forgot to check the bobbin.
I looked. I'm trying not to create a bobbin graveyard. It's wasteful. And then I drop them all over the time, on the floor all the time, because I bump it. and they roll for miles. I swear to God, they roll for miles. So I'm trying to emotionally deal with a bobbin change in the middle of a live.
You know what's great is when you pull it out and you're going to clean the bobbin case. So you pull the bobbin out
And you drop it.
and you drop it, and you're holding on to the thread of the bobbin,
Yep.
and it's just
Oh
rolling.
Yep.
no.
And you have to go catch it because you're still going to use it because there's a lot on it.
Oh no.
Yep. It
I did that
happens.
earlier.
So you don't rewind it. You just put the bobbin in to where you pick it up.
Yeah, I just
Like
break
if you've
off
got,
the extra.
like,
No, you don't rewind.
4
'Cause
inches.
It'll throw your tension off, so you just break off whatever extra.
Okay.
And
Good question again. Yeah. I was like, no, I don't wind bobbins. I use pre-wound, but that's not what you were asking. So, whew. Good thing Dawn had that one. All right, so from here, I don't know how well you guys can see it at home. Not very well. The shade lighter of the black looks awesome.
Yes.
Now, it's an effect. I don't know if everyone will notice it.
you'll probably see it head on when you
Yeah, when we're done. Lots of stitches. 45 minutes. So we've got about 6,000 stitches to go.
Wow.
It's nothing. It's nothing. I was really surprised when my beloved McDreamy had my hand too close there. Don't do what I do. Got fixed twice because the first guy didn't do it. How many stitches he had on. I'm like, I used them that much? A couple million?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh. So he tells you how many stitches that he's done.
I'm just watching, sorry, what
Nope.
that was.
He's clunked a couple times.
There's nothing for him to clunk through, so I'm just watching and making sure he's stitching it.
I always look at the top of the thread. See if it's going through.
Yeah, those are good, Lynn. Yeah, if it's wiggling like that, then you know it's still stitching. I just wonder what that was about.
Maybe going through the double applique.
No, well, maybe. With a dull needle. Make a note there, Dawn. We need a needle change when we're done.
Karina told you, you ignored her.
I know, but then I grounded her.
she said, no, you said you were going to change it. That's why she was doing it.
Nice to see we have 105 likes. Yeah.
184 people watching.
Match it up, guys, so we can do the giveaway. That's all. Don Brown, it's just something you can eat when you are taking a cold one.
It's not having a cold one.
Having a
Come
cold
here.
one.
Sounds good.
What?
He said he was going to send me something so he can figure out how to pack it securely.
Food? Dawn doesn't need food.
And it'll be...
Enter.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
Lynn's looking at the Anita Goodesign Haunted Village. One of the things I like about it is the background colors and all the bright colors. Isn't that neat?
Food.
Now flip it around, Lynn, and see what hoop sizes there are.
5 sizes. 5 inch, 6 inch, 7, 8, and 9 inch.
So that is one that you can do.
Nice.
So yeah.
They look like they're squares. So it'd be like a 5-inch square, and if it's just a hair too big, you could shrink
Oh,
it.
so these are 3.
Yeah.
Oh, duh.
Oh, did you think there
I'm
were
thinking
one?
it's just one.
Oh,
But if the 5-inch is just, should fit in your 5x7, but it might be just a hair too big for it, so the machine will say no. But you can take the whole design and shrink it just a tiny little bit because you're not going to affect it much because it's so small of
Right.
an amount
Okay.
that it'll work. and
We
you can
just
do that.
we just did that
Yeah.
with, and I already said that on
Sorry.
McDreamy because this one was 7.14 and he was asking for a bigger
Yeah.
hoop.
Yeah, same thing.
So I'm glad people are asking questions about mug rugs and what else you can do with this because it's a stunning design. The other thing is too, Lynn, I'm using different fabric than I normally do. That would account for the sound, the clicking sound.
Okay.
Did you feel the fabric? It feels different than...
Oh, it does.
Yeah, that could account for it. I do think he probably needs a new
Understand
hoop.
this design is perfect for a guy gift.
Yes.
If you want to make it into a mug rug or a hot pad. or
And you're
something
right
like that.
into hunting season.
All of them, actually, you could. I mean, the pinks and purples, just change the colors. I was thinking of blues. Light blue to
Yep.
dark blue, only because I had batik fabric like that. But that's what I was kind of tempted. For the first one, I wanted to stick with what they had. But I don't see why you can't do blues.
I wonder if a light gray might work too.
Yep. There's gray evenings. It can be whatever you want. For sure. Joan, thank you very much, Joan. We appreciated it. Batiks will make a ticking noise. Yeah, because it's a lighter weave. Okay, I thought of that after. This is one of the few times, like I said, I'm very thankful to have them. And they're very precious. So I'm just, saving them for the best thing.
The fabric?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Batik fabric is made differently. Because it has all the patterns in it. It's not manufactured like cotton
Okay.
would be. So, thank you everybody. Susan Weehee, I can't wait to see what you do with this. Isabel, thank you very much. Isabel does some great work too. Everybody has. I was so excited to see the pumpkin candle mat in both sizes. So I made, that one was like basically 7 by 7. And then there was a big one, so 9.5 by 9.5.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
which is nice. So there was more room, so I added these scary trees beside the pumpkins. It looks amazing. I threw out some ideas yesterday, like skipping the face, and a couple people did it in the group that they had beautiful fabric and they turned it into like fall instead of Halloween, and I'm like, yes, finally. Ronog, thank you very much. Thank
get
you.
it.
Yes.
Said she had to make her sister a candle mat because she posted a pic of hers.
It's a fun design. It's really fun. Was it Sandy who put up, was it Sandy? Maybe it was Alicia, pardon me if I'm wrong, with a candle on it, a purple candle on it.
Oh, I don't think I saw that one.
It looks awesome. The candle is the right size. It just covers up the web but leaves the spiders. So it looks like the spiders are all coming out from underneath it. I loved it.
Nice.
Pat Ash, thank you. Schulzart, thank you. Oh my gosh. Joyce Booze, I love that. Halloween name, maybe. Love your Saturday and Sunday OML gang get-togethers. It's a good time, isn't it?
It's a wonderful time.
Do you feel better now, Lynn?
Yes.
We had a couple of upsets. I had one too just before it started, and just hearing McDreamy,
Hearing Ragnar.
hearing Ragnar. Lynn likes the noises. Ragnar was doing not one of my designs, but it happened to trim all the time. And when Ragnar trims, before he goes back to stitching, the hoop moves, and she just loved the sound of it. I don't know. She was dancing away with Ragnar, and I'm like, yeah, Lynn,
Yep.
dance like nobody's watching. Keep clothes on.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I mean, whatever makes you giggle.
Yeah.
If Ragnar does, that's fine. Don Brown, you should make an ad on this one with a scope reticle. What? Oh, an add-on. A scope.
Yeah.
Looking through a scope.
Oh, to shoot the deer?
Men.
Oh, okay.
The deer is looking beautiful. Why do you want to shoot it?
No add-ons. Not for this one.
No, I know. Lynn, how was your week? Shannon says. That's to you.
Oh, my week was wonderful.
You were on vacation.
I was on vacation.
Woohoo!
Yep.
And didn't
Yep.
you go into the city? Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
which
My
is
son
nice.
and I did a Wednesday trip, and we did some shopping for him, so he can get pictures for his man cave.
His man cave.
His man cave.
It's a nice man cave. I was gonna take over said man cave because
Yep.
it's nice.
And it was funny a couple weeks ago when I was delivering mail. Somebody was having a big, huge shed delivered off of a flatbed truck.
Oh my goodness.
So I stopped and I asked them if that was my she shed.
I know. The thing is, if we lived in a place that was just kind of chilly, you could get away with a she shed. We have a huge backyard, and I've thought about like extending the garage and something like that. You can't do it because of zoning and the
Yep.
trees and stuff. But you'd be cold and or hot all the
All
time.
the time.
So you'd have to equip it with a furnace or something, and that just defeats the whole thing.
My shed is right in the middle of my backyard.
It's kind of funny looking.
It is.
Yeah, I know. It is literally in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody has suggested that I move it to the back of my driveway, behind my driveway.
You sit there though, don't you?
Yes.
You don't want to put it there.
But because my shed has a concrete pad, then I would move my patio
Yeah, oh yeah.
in there. But I have a walnut tree.
Oh. Ah. Well, you have to check the shed if it's old or something. If you try to move it, it might fall apart.
Yep.
That makes it not worth it. For sure. For sure. What's everyone talking about? I hunted with a bow. Gail tips, really? Really? I could use a camera. You need a tiny house. Yeah, in my backyard. Do you wanna, Lynn? Do you wanna? That would be funny. I have 3 of them. My kids and you.
Woohoo!
Separate houses.
Woohoo!
That would be fun, actually. All we do is embroidery.
Oh, perfect.
Yep, I know. Those tiny houses are cute. It's a big thing in Vancouver because over in BC, which is on the other side of Canada from where I am, and it's very expensive
Yes.
to live there.
Yes.
And kids, 20-year-olds will never be able to buy a house because it's just, they'll never be able to get the down payment for $1 million house.
Nope.
So that's what they're doing. They're building on the back of their property a smaller house, and the parents are living in that, and the kids are taking over the house.
Kind of like an in-law suite.
Kind of like an in-law suite. But yeah, because Vancouver is out there in BC.
I've seen so many shows where people use the
Shipping.
the shipping containers.
They can do cool stuff with it. I saw one that they made it into a swimming pool.
Oh, that'd be different.
Yeah, just like the perfect
I was
size.
just saying they need 4 seasons rooms with insulation.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you'd have to do. I've always wanted, and I don't usually want stuff. One thing is a fireplace, which I have down here, and we adore it. We always have roasted wieners in front of, well, I guess we only have one left. One passed away. It is just a moment. It's just delightful. But I would love a sunroom off the dining room.
Ooh, that'd be so nice.
A four-season sunroom, because winter kind of sucks. Depending, we're not in the snow. We used to live in the snow belt. Have you ever lived in a snow belt? Good Lord, there's like 8 feet of snow can come down. And then our Australian friends used to giggle, the ones we went to Costa Rica with. They thought it was hilarious when I said, and that plow goes by, and we scream and yell at it, because you do, because you shovel the driveway, the plow comes by. Well, I had like 8 feet once.
And you're on a main street, one of the main streets.
Yeah. It hasn't been bad here. We're not in the snow belt. But when we lived in that other city, I was like, good night. I can't do all this. But that being aside, the snow is beautiful.
Yes.
It's sparkly, it's crisp and clean, and the way it hangs off the trees.
I used to live in Muskoka.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Snowblower.
Snowblower.
I want a snowblower.
We still have kids, Dawn.
Ooh, I'm coming to borrow it.
Okay. And it's an electric start.
Even better.
Yes. Plug it in, push a button.
I don't shovel anymore, and neither do my shovels.
Yes, the kids kind of bail out on that. Well, Sam's never here.
Mind you, the last couple winters have been nice.
Yeah, this is 2020. It's going to be minus 50 with 10 feet of snow.
Probably.
I don't shovel the driveway, so if it doesn't get done, I just plow through.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do. So many people have had heart attacks from shoveling. You have to be a little bit careful doing it, because the snow is ooh, that's a good deal, Nancy. I make brownies for my neighbors so they blow out our driveway. Oh yeah.
Brownies? Food?
Yeah. My kids work for slushies and treats sometimes. B is well known for taking said bribe and not doing it, so.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, she does. She does. For sure she does.
Well, Jamie comes home on the weekends, my son, and he does my laundry, his laundry, he cuts the lawn, rakes leaves, everything. So
oh, goodness.
Is it worth a slushie or a Starbucks coffee?
Starbucks. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's worth it.
We have leaf trouble. We have a huge tree in the front of our yard, and it's huge. I think it's been here since the 60s probably, when this house was made. And we've named it because we got a tree face on it, so we named him. And he is Sir Harold because he's rather elegant. But you go to bed one night and go, I guess I'm going to have to rake the leaves soon. And you wake up in the morning and he just dumped everywhere. And you have like 4 inches of leaves. I swear to God it happens like that.
But the best part is because the way the street's designed and it gets I rake it into a pile and leave it, and then it all blows into the neighbor's yard, and he's going to do it.
Oh, darn.
You can smack him. You can smack him. I'm a color person. Post a photo on the OML Facebook page of your cabin so we can see where you sew and quilt. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's awesome. Show off your workspace. I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear the happy music. Yes!
Wow.
Happy music.
Back to the desk, Dawn.
Desk is up.
Oh, wow. Can you notice the difference?
I think that is stunning. Yes. So again, we did this. Why what?
Why is there's no...
Oh, we're frozen.
Why are we frozen?
Uh-oh.
That's weird.
Can you go back to McDreamy?
And no, it's
Oh, there we go.
It went to McDreamy.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, we're having trouble. We're having technical troubles.
Give me 1 second. Keep talking for a second.
Oh,
Joy Anthony says, too much talk of snow. I know, we don't normally mention the S word. Go back to McDreamy and I can show them on McDreamy, Don. Yes. My internet is slow and my answers come late. Yeah, I know.
Okay, McDreamy's up, and I don't know what's up with the frozen camera.
Well, I don't know either. So, here is the stitch out. I really want it to be tilted for you guys. Maybe I can, is it going? Yeah.
there we go.
I'm going to move the camera just down a little bit, Dawn. So hopefully you guys can see. So what I want you to notice, this is the very
Yeah.
dark and this is the black.
You can see the difference.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can see the difference.
Definitely.
Yep, and I've got it in the perfect light.
Yes.
And I really like that. I think that is just a beautiful, subtle effect. And I think blues would be really
Yep.
nice. I think this is a gorgeous design. I'm happy with the 5x7. I wasn't sure how it would look because sometimes you have to take away so many details so that it doesn't look great anymore. So I love these. This dark green,
Yep.
I'm gonna have to get used to it, but why not? Why not? And this, that was a great idea, Lynn. See how you can come up with ideas on the fly? You're starting to do it.
I'm getting the hang of it.
You're
Yep.
starting to
Yep.
do it. Yep. What a stunning design. Absolutely stunning design. So, I think we need to do at least a couple more of these. I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, make sure that you join the OML Embroidery University Facebook group if you have any questions, or if you just want to put a picture of your work up and everyone can see it, because we all think outside the embroidery box, and we'd love to see what you come up with. It looks like a photograph. Look at on the iPad.
Yep.
Stunning.
When you're looking at the deer, it almost looks like Velcro.
It almost does, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. I'm really happy with this. So next Sunday, let's do another one, and I'm gonna put my own colors into it. And
We're gonna think outside Sue's box.
yeah, we're gonna think outside the box. I tend to do that, but the first one, I just loved the yellows
Yes.
and the greens. I just wanted to see it, and I knew I had the gorgeous batik fabric for it. So maybe we'll make the top parts match, the flowing through lines match a little bit better, but we'll see. I will set it up and I'll post it for you guys with the links. If you're looking for the designs, it's Anita Goodesign. There are links in the descriptions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.